Hello everyone, I am back and so are you. I am glad to know that you all have started studying and you have started asking your doubts also. So, yesterday we have started solubility. Now, everyone knows different solutes have different solubility in different solvents at a particular temperature. Suppose if you want to dissolve salt in water, definitely it will be dissolved because salt is an ionic compound and water is a polar solvent. Like dissolves like, but if you want to dissolve naphthalene balls in water, it will not. And if you want to dissolve salt in carbon tetrachloride, it will not because carbon tetrachloride is an organic solvent which is a non-polar solvent and salt is an ionic compound. So, let's start with the next topic. What is dissolution? When a solid solute is added to the solvent, some solute dissolves and the concentration of the solute in that liquid increases. This is known as dissolution. What happens? Now, what is crystallization? Some solute particles in solution collide with the solid solute particles and get separated out of the solution. This process is known as crystallization. Now, dissolution and crystallization are opposite terms. Now, a stage reaches when the two processes occur at the same rate. The number of particles dissolving in the solvent is equal to the number of particles coming out of the solvent or solution, and this stage is known as dynamic equilibrium. At this stage, concentration of the solution remains the same, or you can say it is a saturated solution. Now, what is the effect of temperature on solubility of a solid in a liquid? The solubility of a solid in a liquid is significantly affected by temperature. Everyone knows by increasing the temperature, the solubility of solute in a solvent increases. But now since you are in 12th standard, we can explain it with the help of Le Chatelier's principle. What is Le Chatelier's principle? According to Le Chatelier principle, if a system at equilibrium is disturbed, the system tends to shift its equilibrium position to counter the effect of the disturbance. Now, by taking the example of solute plus solvent is equal to solution, when it is at dynamic equilibrium, what happens? Suppose the dissolution of solute and solvent to form a solution is an exothermic process. Then what will be the effect of temperature? By increasing the temperature, rate of forward reaction will decrease because it is an exothermic process. This process does not require temperature because already it is giving out heat. Suppose temperature is decreased according to Le Chatelier principle, the rate of forward reaction will increase. By increasing temperature, rate of forward reaction will decrease and rate of backward reaction will increase. Now, what is the effect of pressure on solubility of solute in solvent? When you dissolve a solid in a liquid or a liquid in a liquid, there is no significant effect of pressure on their solubility because solids and liquids are highly incompressible and practically remains unaffected by change in pressure. So, now we have to discuss solubility of gas in a liquid. This is very important topic of this chapter. So solubility of gas in a liquid is greatly affected by pressure and temperature. Solubility of gases increases with increase of pressure. So let me explain with the help of the diagram. Diagram A. Initial gas and liquid are in equilibrium with each other. Number of particles going out and coming in the liquid are same. Now in the second diagram, pressure is increased. So by increasing the pressure, number of gas particles per unit volume at the surface of liquid increases. So dissolution of gas in the liquid also increases. Solubility of gas in the liquid increases by the increase of pressure. This is also explained by a scientist known as Henry, and the law given by him is known as Henry's law. Now I want to explain one thing: effect of temperature on solubility of gases. Children, solubility of gases decreases by decrease in temperature. I can give you the example. Aquatic animals are more comfortable in cold water. Why? Because in cold water, amount of dissolved oxygen is more than hot water. That's why aquatic animals are more comfortable in cold water. And this is a very important question for examination point of view also. Explain why aquatic animals are more comfortable in cold water. So let's discuss Henry's law. Relationship between pressure and solubility of a gas in a solvent is explained by Henry's law. So what is Henry's law? What is Henry's law? The law states that solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the partial pressure of the gas present above the surface of liquid or solution. Now what is partial pressure? Partial pressure, suppose there is one liquid, at its surface there are so many gases. So suppose oxygen is present above the surface of a liquid, hydrogen is present, nitrogen is present. Suppose we are talking about hydrogen. Partial pressure of the gas means pressure of the hydrogen gas. So everyone is clear what is partial pressure? Partial pressure of oxygen is the pressure of the oxygen gas. Partial pressure of nitrogen is the pressure of the nitrogen gas. Now there was one more scientist, Dalton. Further, on the basis of experiments, he showed that pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas present in the liquid. So pressure, partial pressure, P is equal to Kh into mole fraction of gas dissolved. So what is Kh? Kh is a constant called Henry's constant at a particular temperature. Now I want to tell you two important things. Different gases have different Kh values at the same temperature. It means at a particular temperature different gases have different solubility. Now higher the value of Kh at a particular pressure, the lower is the solubility of gas in the liquid. I think that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss about limitations of Henry's law and applications of Henry's law. Revise it, and if you have any doubt, please ask. So thank you.